Hey everybody, DailyDaveaux here. Hey, is there a dream that you used to have that you don't even think about anymore? I know me and one of my friends were meeting this weekend, and as we were talking, I've asked him about a business that we had talked about a few years ago that he was kind of working on and wanting to expand and grow, and he was working on getting it started. And it's probably been, 2-3 years. So we talked about it a little bit, and it's something that he had just kind of pushed aside. It was kind of maybe a frustrating topic because he had tried to make some progress on it and, encountered some obstacles, but eventually just because it was too much trouble, he just kind of pushed it aside. So we started talking about it again, just trying to get him to, rethink about it and look at it from different angles, because he had a pretty big vision for it. It was a great vision, but he hadn't made any progress really on it, maybe little bits and pieces here and there, but he finally just said, it's not worth it at that point. So he tossed it aside. So I want to ask you, are there dreams and visions that you've had for your life in the past that maybe you've tossed aside, maybe you've thrown them away? I encourage you to look at those dreams, start dreaming again. Maybe that's a dream that God gave you. I know it's difficult pursuing dreams. It's not easy, and I don't know that it's necessarily intended to be. But what's a dream that you had? Was it to start a business and then consistently grow it? Was it to lose weight or hit a certain body physique or look? Or maybe it's to write a book, or maybe it's to sing and have your own album, CD, or there's a number of things that maybe you're dreaming of or have dreamed of in the past that God gave you that as part of your purpose, part of the way that you make an impact on people's lives. And if that's happened to you, I want to encourage you to go back to the past on those dreams that have kind of disappeared because you quit thinking about them. Pull it back out, dust it off, shine it up a little bit, and start thinking about it again. Bring it back into focus. See what God has in store for you. Maybe you weren't supposed to give it up. Maybe it's something you were supposed to give up because you had another dream, and that's okay. But if it's something that maybe it was just frustrating and you weren't making, maybe here's some reasons maybe you got frustrated with it. You weren't making any progress. You didn't see any results. I can definitely empathize there. Or maybe you didn't have any support. Maybe people in your life were saying you couldn't accomplish that dream, or kind of, putting you down because you did have a dream and had something that you want to accomplish. And those things, obstacles and people, are always going to be in the path of a God-given dream. So I want you to relook at it. Take it back out. Start just obsessing over it a little bit, about the best word I can use. Me and my friend were actually using that word. I think he brought that up. Obsess over it. Start really thinking about it and see if this is something God has for you in the here and now. If so, it's time to start taking steps on that again. And here's the key. Sometimes it's a really big vision and it's like, oh my goodness, how in the world am I going to accomplish that? Well, I'm going to give you one of my favorite phrases. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Just break it down into something small. That's kind of what we did this weekend. Let's break this big vision down into something smaller. Here's level one. Just like in playing video games, that's what we were joking about because we both play video games. It's level one. You haven't prestige yet. You haven't racked up a lot of weapons yet, but you got to consistently be doing something towards that. Start leveling up on your dream, but you can't start at level 10. You've got to start actually at the very bottom of level 1. So I encourage you to do that. Break it out. Start dreaming again. It may not be dead. You may have pushed it off because it was too frustrating. But you know what? Frustration just means that you have an opportunity to look at it a different way, or get somebody's opinion on that. Get some coaching, get somebody who you trust and can kind of talk to your dream about on your dream. And maybe they have a different viewpoint, and here's what you can do a little bit different to start ramping up. That's what we did this weekend. I enjoy doing that. That's fun. Sometimes I know with me, I can't see the forest for the trees, so I need somebody else to have some input and look at it a little bit differently. Sometimes they just confirm exactly what I thought or what God's given me as the next direction, and I haven't really done it because I kind of get lost in everything. But it boils down to pull that dream back out, take it off the shelf. Like I said, dust it off, shine it up a little bit, and start refocusing on it. So if this has been beneficial to you, hit that like button, hit the thumbs up button. And if you're on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you consistently get encouragement and motivation to pursue the dreams that God has given you. And lastly, share this with somebody else. And also, lastly, comment below. What are some dreams that maybe it's time for you to break out and start looking at again? Remember this, God is good and life should be too. I'll see you next time.